to the LTP Lounge, episode number 31. Hello, everyone. My name is Mark, one of the co-hosts here. Sitting to the, I guess, left of me is the Drum Master Puppets himself, Udi. How's it going, brother?
Good evening. What's up?
Not too much, just hanging out. Hey, tonight we've got a really good show. We've got Orange Grove 55, and we have Theme Park Conductor on. Tonight we're talking about 2025 highlights, 2026 predictions, and also some new parking structure news that just came out recently. So let's roll the beautiful introduction tape. All right. Hey, so without any further ado, let's bring on, it looks like we've got OG55 waiting in the wings right now. Here he is.
What's going on, gentlemen? Thanks for having me on.
What is going on, sir? I said gentlemen, but sir. Dude, this is the one and the only Orange Grove 55 right here. Very special guest on. I'm very honored to have you on. Dude, so it means a lot that you're here. How are you doing, brother?
I'm doing fantastic. I can't wait to talk about this stuff. I think 2026 is going to be a very, very interesting year for Disney and Universal. So it'll be fun to talk about, break it all down.
Awesome. Okay. And then also we've got Theme Park Conductor just joined us right now. So let's get him into the mix of things.
No, breathe in and out.
There he is.
There I am.
All right. There he is down there. I can't do it there. And then here. Okay. So just real quick, Orange Grove 55. I'm sure everyone knows where to find you, but just if they don't know, let them know.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you guys having me on. Always fun talking shop with you guys. I love watching you. Yeah, you can find me right here on YouTube, Orange Grove 55, talking theme parks, studio. We even dip into the corporate side of things, like, when all that Bob Chapek stuff was going on and the board meetings. So yeah, we talk all things Disney, Universal, Hollywood, and all that good stuff right here on YouTube, Orange Grove 55, and on Instagram, Orange Grove 55.
Love it, man. And how long have you been doing this for?
Oh, yeah. Well, I started my channel September of 2016. So it's been almost a decade.
Awesome. But you've been in the Disney community for a lot longer than that, right?
Oh, yeah, a long time. I mean, I was a kid growing up. I was on AOL dial-up.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike the Disneyland message boards on the AOL news groups and all that stuff. I've been talking Disney for like 20-something years. So yeah.
Oh, dude, that's awesome. Love it. All right, and Mr. Theme Park Conductor, where can people find you?
Absolutely. It's always great to be on Leaving Today's podcast channel. I love you guys. I love talking theme parks with you guys. It's always a great time. But you can find me, Theme Park Conductor, on YouTube and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor, Instagram at theme_park_conductor, on X at Theme Conductor, TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1, and every Sunday at 5 or 7 p.m. for Conductor Sunday live stream, where we talk everything from Disney to Universal. We speculate, we talk rumors, and we have amazing guests like the one and only Orange Grove 55, Mark and Udi from Leaving Today's podcast, and so many others as we break down theme park news like us theme park nerds with the chat included. It's a great, wonderful time.
Yes, awesome. Psycho Panther has a comment. He said, "Vision's fantastic." I don't know what that means.
We probably all look like superheroes. That's probably what he meant.
Well, I mean, back in the day, I believe there was a website called Vision's Fantastic that played music or something, Disney music. Psycho Pouncer, I don't know if that's what you're referring to. Like that was like back in the day, though. That was like AOL days for sure. That might be what he's referring to, but again, I could be completely wrong. I don't know.
Nice. Okay. Well, yeah. Let us know, Psycho Pouncer. Udi's rocking the very rare Leaving Today podcast sweatshirt. I don't even have one of those.
I love
You know how many of these are in existence right now?
2, probably. 2. Okay.
There you go.
Yes, that's what. Hold on a second. What is going on here? Yeah. Anyways, he said yes. OG55 knows. Yep, you got it.
Yeah, there you
OG, OG is the OG, you know. I don't go way back.
Exactly.
All right. Well, I just want to say, here we are, December, what, 30th right now?
Yep.
We are.
Yeah, very end of 2025. And, just real quick, I'm going to touch upon it for the last week has been pretty rough in the Disney community. We lost one of the great ones, Adam the Woo. It still bothers me, and it's going to bother me for some time. Like I said, he's just one of those guys that I thought was always going to be around, and someone that brought a lot of happiness to me with his nonsense and his antics. And I'm very grateful for both of you two down there, and of course Udi, for being a part of all this, because it helps me, listening to your stuff, and then listening to, when Udi and I can get together. It makes me very happy to be part of this community. Then we can just keep, plugging along.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah.
Adam was he was a giant in our Disney community for sure, and he really did pave the way for all of us. I mean, he was one of the pioneers in this space, doing this whole Disney vlog thing, and while we all have different kinds of style in terms of like our content and how we approach things, it was really Adam. He was one of the originals, and really good dude. I had a chance to meet him a few times, and he would always stop and take the time to talk with you, which is rare. I mean, a lot of times when content creators get big like that, they don't really spend a lot of time with folks, right? I mean, the first time I met him was at Universal, and I'm like, "What's up, Adam?" And we talked for like 10 or 15 minutes, and like super down to earth, chill dude. Gonna miss him like crazy. He was a really, really a one in a million kind of guy, and but his content, his legacy will live on for sure. He changed this space, and he impacted a lot of people's lives. So
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I've been doing this. This is our 10th year going on to this into the podcast, and I remember early on, I was watching him like 4 or 5 years before we started, and his thing was just, one of his mottos was just, get out there and do it. And it took Udi and I probably a couple months to actually get the thing going. And finally, enough of the talk. Let's just put it out there and see what sticks. And I think that's the motto that you got to keep doing. Is you got to keep putting things out there and stop planning and just get out there and figure things out. And yeah.
Well, it's like anything in life, really. Like, you can, like, for example, a first-time parent, right? I mean, you can read all the books and prepare all you want, but you really never know until you actually get in there and have the kid, right?
Sure.
It's kind of like that. I mean, with everything, you just have to jump in. With content, I've learned your first 50 videos are not going to be great. I mean, that's for everybody, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but you just got to get in there. You got to do the work, and then you learn along the way. Then you figure out, oh, you know what, that works. Oh, you know what, that doesn't work. And as you go on, you just get better and better and better. And hey, look, if you can look back on your old content and cringe, that's a good thing, because that shows you made a lot of progress, a lot of growth.
By far.
Yeah.
No, by far. And you guys are absolutely right. Adam, that's what I loved about him, because OG met him at Universal, and then he met him at Disney. I met him multiple times between Universal and Disney, but the most memorable moment, hey, what's up, Kiki and Luca? The most memorable moment, and I'll never, ever, ever forget it, was being on Main Street, literally 10, 15 feet away from Jolly Holiday. It was me, OG55, George the Disney Italiano, his wife, Tommy Toon World, and Theme Park Wizard, and Jason Hill. We're all just hanging out, talking, getting ready for the cavalcade. And here comes the entourage. Here comes Adam. Here comes Justin Scar. We had Magical Journeys. We had
nice.
Ricky. We had Adam. We had the whole entourage. They came up to us. They hung out with us. And I got to speak to Adam for a good almost 10 minutes. And I tell you what, I did not even feel like there was a crowd around us. I felt like it was just me and him communicating. That's the type of, ability he had with people, is just the communication. He took time and effort to talk to every single person that came up to him. And like OG says, a lot of content creators that get that big, they kind of just don't want to be interrupted. It's like, and I said this on a video we did with me, OG, and oh my God, Sam Cat.
Yeah.
And I said, life is too precious.
Yeah.
If you're out in the theme park, and let's say you're a small content creator or a big content creator, doesn't matter. If you're in the park, someone comes and says hello, take some time and talk to that person. Make them feel like you care. Because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. We all have to embrace what Adam taught us, his legacy, and continue his legacy by creating content daily or every other day, and embracing the fact when we're in a public setting, if fans come up to us, talk to that person. Don't just shoo them away. Don't do that, because you never know what's going to happen tomorrow. That's the most important thing that we cherish, is waking up in the morning and saying, wow, I survived another day. How am I going to make this day special?
Yeah, no, you're 100% right, Conductor. And one of the things that was really remarkable, I think, about Adam's content, and this is, I'm not throwing any kind of shade, it's just different styles, right? But a lot of Disney creators, they kind of do this very like sugary kind of approach to their content, which again, no shade on that. That's their style and that works. And it's a lot of those creators are very successful. But the thing that I loved about Adam and the way he approached Disney and travel and all that stuff is that I felt he was way more grounded. So when you watched his content, you felt like you were in that RV with him.
Oh yeah.
You were at the park with him. And I think that's why it's really hit a lot of people hard, his passing, because even if you never met the guy in person, you felt like you knew him because of the way he approached his content. It was so real and so honest and authentic, and it made all the difference in the world, man. I mean, he really did change everything, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, great stuff. I don't know, Udi, you got a fan come up and talk to you once, right? At the park?
Yeah, I've had that. No, I was kind of thinking about that, what you were saying, and I come from a little bit different slant from you guys, because I knew his content in passing. I wasn't really deep into his stuff. I knew him mainly because of Mark. Hey, it was like, hey, do you know this guy? I'm like, actually, no, I don't. And I watched a couple of his things, because of Mark, and I'm like, okay, but listen to you guys talk about him, and listen to how Mark talked about him. I was kind of taken, like, I don't know, I took it to heart, and because it realized that and like what you're saying, conductors, we need, as a community, when we lose somebody like that, even though I wasn't deep into his content, I recognize how much he meant. I mean, here are three examples right now. Right? Yeah. And so you have to give the tip of the cap, and you respect and you honor that. But what I'm really touched by is what you were talking about, conductors, how we need to talk to our fans. We need to make sure, if we're building a community, we're out here doing what we got to do, and we want to do and we love, then why wouldn't we connect with people, right? So the fact that he was like that and so open and honest and relatable is awesome, because I will tell you my personal experience. I have run across a YouTuber, a rather big one, and I'm not going to say who it was, but he brushed me off. And it wasn't anything like I was trying to do anything, just like, hey, how you doing? Kind of like we're both in the same space. And it was like, I'm like, all right, cool. That's fine.
Wow.
And so, and from that moment, like I took that from that moment, said, look, if I ever had a fan come up to me and say, hey, I love your stuff, I would never brush them away. Then we had that. Quick story, sitting in Galaxy's Edge, and just chilling, right outside, where was I? Not Doc Ongar's. Why did it just slip my mind? Lightsaber. Why did it just slip my mind?
Savi's Workshop.
Savi's Workshop. So it has that little patio area, and I'm sitting with another.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sad but true. And then I had somebody come up and just say, hey, I love your stuff. and keep, and I appreciate it. I love it. Keep on going. Thank you for everything you do. And he turned around to walk away. And I was like, whoa, hold on. Who are you? Like, talk to me. Like, out, let's talk. He was with his family. I said, hey, please, let's meet up. Let's go ride some stuff. And I made it a point to, like, we need to, this is why we're here. This is why we do what we do. I mean, we like the catharsis of speaking our minds, but at the end of the day, we're building a community, right? And we're here to talk to people. And so this is why we do this show. And so I feel like it's all kind of like the same thing. We're all here to build a community and to know, and now realizing, like, I can see that path that he blazed for all of us to be where we are. Even though I didn't really get into this content and I didn't really know a lot of it, but I can see that, again, through the eyes of the community around me. So I think so. Yeah, I mean, it's sad that he's gone. It's sad.
Yeah. And again, I'll just finish this up. Is that last Monday is when it happened, and I happened to come home from a family event, and I had no idea what was going on. I was doing some research online, and I saw that OG was doing a live stream with you, Conductor, and you guys were talking about it. I go, oh, what the hell's going on? And I said, oh shit. But listening to you guys talk about it was kind of what I needed at that moment, like therapeutic. I was like, okay, well, people are talking about it, and these are two people that I know. And it just kind of, it meant a lot to me that you guys are out there, and it still means a lot to me that we're still talking about it. And so thank you for that.
Yeah, no, 100%, Mark. And the last thing I want to say about Adam, at least in this live stream, is he will be forever missed in our community, no matter what. His legacy will live on. I honestly believe forever. It will be a staple for any new or current content creator that needs a little bit of motivation. Go watch Adam's videos. That's your motivation.
Absolutely.
That's the legacy he left behind for all of us. And I want to give a big shout out to Kiki and Luca for the $4.99 super chat. He says, Oprah said, I see you, I hear you, and what matters to me, great words to live by.
100%.
Oh yeah.
100%. Now real quick, on a lighter note, a funny note. I actually have a funny, before we pivot, right?
Sure.
I actually have a funny, we talked about people recognizing you in the parks and what have you as a content creator. Funny story. This happened a few months back. I think like over the summertime. I'm on the phone with a good friend of mine, Mr. Webba. He's also on the channel quite a bit. So I'm on the phone with Mr. Webba, and I'm walking through downtown Disney, just talking to Mr. Webba, and this cute Latina starts walking. Like, I'm going this way, and she's walking towards me, right?
Oh, there you go.
And we lock eyes, and I'm like, oh, I think she recognizes me from the channel. I'm like, oh, cool. So she's like, hey, can I talk to you for a second? I'm like, yeah. I said, hey, Webba, I'll call you back. So I hang up with Webba, and she goes, your fly's down.
No. No.
Like, okay, that didn't go the way I thought it was gonna go, but okay, it's all good.
That's awesome.
At least she was polite enough to tell you.
I agree.
That is awesome. Love that show. I mean, I love that.
But my friends just let me. My coworkers and friends would have just let me go with that all day.
Yep, same here.
Man, that is so. I thought for sure this was going to end up. Hey, I know who you are. Can I get your number, sort of thing.
Oh man,
love that.
No, too funny.
All right, so let's do a little quick pivot. And anyone in the chat that wants to talk about, oh man, that's funny. That's Jason. Yeah. It is. That is hilarious. That is hilarious. Anyone who wants to talk about anything, just please drop it in the chat. We will talk about. You've got two big experts right here. Well, three, I guess. Udi's an expert too. We're all experts, but anything you guys want to talk about, we will bring it up. So I want to get to the 2025 stuff and see what your highlights were from 2025. Like what do you think the park did right? And what do you think they did wrong in 2025? So I went to the park like 5 times during the year, doing some trips. So I don't go as often as OG and Theme Park Conductor go. So I'm going to lean on you two to see, because you guys are like, like boots on the ground sort of thing. From my experience though, the guest experience I thought was always great for me. And I do pay attention to everything when I go. How does the park look? How do the flowers look? How do the plants look? But what do you guys think? What do you think they did right this year?
Oh, gee,
Yeah.
you go first.
Well, it's interesting. I feel like this year has kind of been way more eventful with Universal, to be honest with you. I feel like with Disney and especially Disneyland, there hasn't really been a whole lot going on this year, and I feel like it's been kind of the same kind of routine over on our side of the coast, right?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, I've gone several times. It's always been a good time. The parks look great. I mean, they've been
Yeah.
clean. I don't notice a lot of maintenance issues or anything like that.
Right.
All the usual problems that we've been having over the years with like Lightning Lane and things like that was still prevalent this year. But by and large, I feel like it's kind of been the same. Although Psycho Pouncer says $40 parking at Mickey and Friends. Yeah, that's true. But honestly, you know what? I mean, they're all like that. I mean, Universal's, I think, up to like 35 or 40 now too. It's crazy. Yeah.
But see, to kind of go off what OG's saying, when and I compare it all the time. Udi, Mark, this. OG, this. When we look at the West Coast, not the East Coast parks, but just the West Coast, it seems like what OG is saying. I couldn't agree more. Universal is more motivated to not only just build new things at a lot quicker pace, but also kind of take care of their past members a lot better than Disney Magic Key holders. Now, on the other hand, though, in 2025, we did get new entrance gates for Disneyland and DCA. So I do have to say that. And then we are starting to see a lot more construction in DCA with the 2 Avengers attractions, even though I don't agree how they're doing it. But at least we're seeing progress of that. And then at Disneyland, I do have to say the only thing I can notice really that I kind of liked was the new addition they added, the storybook.
Oh yeah.
Tangled.
Yeah, Tangled.
Yeah.
So
that was pretty cool. Yeah. And I will give them credit too. I mean, Disney does get a lot of heat for their slow construction timelines, which I mean, and that heat is completely justified. But I will say this, they have been moving, like Conductor, you were saying, they have been moving pretty fast on those Avengers rides. So that's good.
Yeah. It's just, my whole thing is you can't, it can't just be one little tiny area. It has to be multiple areas. When you had something as big as Disneyland Forward approved, and we're just barely starting to see construction with the 2 Avengers attractions that have been going on for a little while now, and they just threw up gates by the Pixar Pier Hotel and closed off the sidewalk to start hopefully construction on the new Coco attraction. But how long did that take? They're just filing permits right now for this massive 8-story parking structure, the Eastern Gateway. That's going to take another 2 years. And then one of the things I told OG the other night, I said, when you look at downtown Disney, yeah, permits take a little bit, but was it really necessary to tear down Tortilla Joe's and close it until they were absolutely ready? That could have been another tenant paying Disney rent money for space. And now it just sits vacant doing absolutely nothing. And like I sent you guys, gentlemen, tonight, I said, well, I shared a clip that, they just threw construction walls up by in front of the temporary Earl sandwich and the 2 ticket booths. And as of, I think, today or yesterday, someone filmed it where they're finally tearing down the ticket booths. But how long did that take? And this is supposed to be for a massive multi-story Portos. It's like, you look at that, and then you look at Universal. They've already given us 2 brand new restaurants in City Walk. They're giving us 3 new security hubs. Then we're probably going to get even more stuff. We're getting a massive roller coaster that's going to be opening in the next 3 months. It's like,
Oh yeah.
I have to raise my hand up like this and say, what has Disney given us besides higher prices?
Well, that's the thing. 2025, there really hasn't been a whole lot. I mean, there really hasn't. You know, they haven't really. And actually, earlier on in the year, Conductor, I don't know if you went, but we went to 90s night, the after
I
hours
didn't
thing.
go to that. I
Yeah.
wish I would have.
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but it was like, I mean, after going to HHN over at Universal Hollywood, I was kind of like, it's kind of weak. I mean, it's not as it's not as run as efficiently or as well as HHN and the Universal After Hours events. Like even like Fan Fest was way better.
Yeah.
That was one thing that I think Disney really needs to start stepping up its game on are these after hours events, because if you're going to be asking people who have annual passes to pay on top of that for something else, you got to bring it. You know, the Universal is hungry for that, and it shows. And I think Disney needs to. I think they're resting on their laurels a little bit with those after hours events. 90s night was really disappointing. It was weak, really, really weak.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, let me cut in real quick. Let me go back to the construction part of it. There was one caveat that I don't think, unless you're in the know, we're going to know, because I'm curious too about the slow pace in which they begin to roll things out, right? Because I, being in the trades, I see both the quick and the slow of when things get built. I have been on projects that we've been in and out of there in less than a year. I have also been on projects that we have been there for over 2 years. So when it comes to that stuff, I'm always curious about the X factor, which will be the county and the state that the county and the city that they're developing in. Now we know that Disney's had trouble with Anaheim a lot with wanting to do stuff. So I know, I mean, we can think about the Gateway Project and Disney Forward. How many times were they trying to bring that up, and the city of Anaheim was like, no, and they voted it down. They did whatever they did, and they fought and they fought and they fought. They finally flipped some people around, and here we go. Now we're getting developed. Disney had to do a lot to get the people that were against it out of the way, and now here we go. So I'm curious about Universal and over there, if that city is like, hey, let's compete, let's get it going. And no, I'm not trying to say that Disney is going slow, because not going slow, because they are.
Is that a different county?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes,
it is.
Yes,
Yep.
it will absolutely be a different county, different city. So like I said, being that I have worked in different jobs, different sites that up and down California, from I mean, north of here and west of here, I have seen how they all operate differently. Some of them are moving and they're very motivated to get things done. Other ones, they care not. There was one project that I worked for a company. I'll just use this one, the city of Sacramento. I was supposed to go in there and begin working May of this year. I no longer work for that company. And I just heard the other day, they still haven't gone into that project, and it's all the city's fault. So I'm not trying to say Disney isn't going slow, because I still feel like they're going slow.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if there's something in there that's playing into this thing. And so I wouldn't be surprised at all if now the city, is it Universal City? Where I don't even know exactly where Universal, what city that is that they're in.
So Los Angeles, but they're in LA County.
Okay.
And Disneyland's Orange County.
Yeah. See, so I'm wondering if somebody over there is like, hey, and they're the cash end of it, and they're realizing what will bring in and the tax revenue, all that stuff, and they're push.
Well, I could tell you this, Udi, and I'm going to let OG kind of elaborate on it. Disney, and we've discussed this many times before, Disney likes to sprawl projects out and do it per quarter and spread out the budget. Meanwhile, Universal's like, we're not going to spread things out per quarter. We are just going to give you a lump sum of money, build the damn thing. Build it as quick as you can for our pass members.
No, you're not wrong, because that's the Iger strategy. No. And that's what I'm saying. Disney is still, I think, could be moving more quickly than they are. And 100% that's Iger. 100%, like I keep on talking about it. And the leadership is where we have a lot of these issues from. Everything trickles down. Everything will we're talking, it comes from Niger. And there's no, if you listen, and I know you guys do, maybe not Mark, but earnings calls.
Yeah.
You listen to an earnings call and you're listening to him talk. And I'm like, and as I'm sitting there looking at the numbers, I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, what do you, and then I see the spin. I'm like, oh, okay, well,
Okay.
That's where it all comes from. So you're not wrong, though. That's what I'm trying to say, Conductor. You're not wrong, because that 100% plays into the whole thing.
Yeah, I wonder OG's comment on Conductor's thing, though.
Oh yeah, no, he's right. Disney does love to spread these out over multiple fiscal periods because of, it spreads out the cost. But here's the other thing too. You won't see any of that with the Abu Dhabi park, because that's not Disney's money. So you'll see that thing go up in a year and a half.
And same thing in China. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
They'll go full tilt because that's somebody else's money.
Well, yeah.
See, the other issue I have is, gentlemen, is we're looking at the East Coast. We're looking at Universal Orlando. We're looking at Walt Disney World. Yes, they're tourist destinations, but my problem is, at what point do they slow down just a tad on the East Coast parks and show the same love and quickness, or I don't even know how to use that word, but faster pace here on the West Coast.
Oh man.
And don't get me wrong, Universal Hollywood, I'm not throwing them into the mix too much because they're pretty consistent. I'm talking about Disneyland Forward and just the Disneyland Resort, because it upsets the literal hell out of me that they're asking me to pay all these insane prices, but yet there's nothing to justify it. Now, if there were new things to do, hey, by all means, you want to charge me $2,000 for an Inspire key? Be my guest. But there's nothing to show for it. By the time the vendors attractions opens in 2027, that Inspire key might be $2,200 because right now it's at 19.
Crazy. I do want to unpack all that stuff too, but let's catch up to some of the comments because there's some things that are related to what we're talking about.
Yep.
Jason said, hey, does Coco and Avatar actual count as Disneyland or Disney Forward? It's within the parks. What do you guys think?
I mean, Coco and Avatar, I would say those do count as, well, maybe not Coco.
I wouldn't
Great
count.
question.
I wouldn't count either of them. I wouldn't count either of them.
Really?
Me. I can see why you would, but I won't.
Well, the only reason why I would say Avatar would fit is just because you need to dip into that bus load unload area, which was all that Disneyland Forward. So you're cutting into that. So technically maybe, but the Coco stuff is just, they're just using the space behind the Incredicoaster.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So the answer is yes and no.
Yeah, I mean, well, for me, it's Avatar. That would be it. But I can see Udi's point with that as well. It's kind of like a weird,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Great question, Jason. And next question or statement. I do believe if Dana Walton isn't picked as CEO, Disney will pick her to lead television film division to draw more Hollywood directors to work with Disney.
So that's I know Udi hates Dana Walden, but okay. And I said this the last time I came on.
Here we go.
I said, if it's Dana Walden or any studio person, does not matter at this point. I think the dual CEO partnership needs to come back into fruition. I don't think as much as Josh Samaro is a nice guy, he loves being in front of the cameras, I don't think he can handle the downfall that the media side is having right now, the studio side of the Walt Disney Company. We need a studio person to handle the studio aspect of the company and let Damaro handle all the tourist destination, theme park, and all that stuff.
I agree with you, Conductor. If this was 20 years ago, I would say Damaro would be more than qualified on his own. The issue right now, though, with the current landscape is that Hollywood, the studio end of it especially, is getting it from all kinds of angles. Because you have the streaming stuff, which is still causing a lot of disruption.
A lot
of disruption.
Yeah.
And then you also have all the consolidation in Hollywood, and you also have this AI stuff. So we're going to have a theme park guy in there running the whole company who hasn't done 10 minutes running anything in Hollywood, you know? I mean, that is concerning. Now, here's the thing, to be fair to Josh, he might get in there and crush it. I mean,
Yeah.
Michael Eisner and Frank Wells had nothing to do with theme parks when they came in. They came from Paramount and Warner Brothers, and yet they still crushed it on the theme park end of it. So you never know until they get in there. Josh might do a great job, but I mean, I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous, because he doesn't have the experience. And right now, it's just a very turbulent time to kind of be rolling those dice with a theme park guy. So
Yep.
Well, my biggest thing, and I think we talked about this conductor too, is the fact that I agree with that as well. I think right now the way that Iger pushed and shoved Disney in the direction that it did, being this huge conglomerate across the globe and all that, I would tell you he can't even do that job, because he can't. Clearly he can't. So I think it's going to take two people. My problem with Dana Walden is I think she's failed at her current role anyway. So why would you fail upward? To me, I'm more the mentality of it that, like, Josh should be there because he has the core, the familiarity with Disney and how it operates and what it is. At the core of what it is being theme park. The entertainment side, the multimedia side, that's the outlier here. So the way I look at it, you can almost get anybody who has some experience with theater, with TV, movies, TV, music, all that stuff, and plug them in and go, this is how Disney does it. Do that. The other side of it, the theme park, you can't do that with that. You can't just find somebody from the outside and plug somebody in the theme park and go, there you go. The entertainment side, I think you can. So that's why I don't think Dana Walden, I mean, I have no idea. We all don't have a clue of what's going to happen. But this is where I always go when I hear Dana Walden. You see, I reacted the way I do because I just think she's a poor choice to fix a ailing side of the company that's hurting and is dragging the whole company down. So I feel like it needs to be somebody who wants to come in and be like, look, this is what Disney did in the past. We need to return.
Yeah.
And this is how we're going to do it. I don't think she has a clue on how to do that.
Udi, I want to ask you a question. I'm curious your opinion on this. Okay, so Dana's on the Hollywood side of the company. Josh is more Josh's theme park side. Now Bob Iger is very Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? And he's in legacy mode right now, right?
Yeah.
Now Rupert Murdoch has come out and said Dana was great at Fox. Do you think it's possible that a lot of the blunders that Dana is kind of doing right now at Disney, because she's been putting out a lot of fires, a lot of them. Is it possible that's due to some Bob Iger meddling and maybe it's not fully on Dana? Now, again, I don't know, but I just feel like it's kind of weird how she does such a great job at Fox. She comes to Disney and now she's like kind of like fumbling like crazy.
You know,
Fair.
That is an interesting question. And to me, I kind of feel like that wouldn't shock me because we already know now. Again, if you guys haven't found that New York Times article, go read that, please, about how Iger was completely undercutting Chapek completely from the beginning of it. And he calls what do you call him? The 11-month mistake, whatever. I'm like, I'm sorry, but Chapek was actually saving the company's ass in the moment. Whether you like him or not, he was doing it.
Yeah.
So, dude, you know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Can I say with definitely, with certainty? No, but dude, that would not, if that came out, it's like, well, you know, I wanted to do this, but here came Bob floating down from above saying you need to do it this way. And I would not be surprised in the least bit, because I think one of the problems with anybody right now high up in the company with Disney, and we're talking Lucasfilm, especially Lucasfilm and Marvel, is that those people who are in charge of those divisions of the company are so full of themselves, they cannot recognize when they're screwing up. So I wouldn't be surprised at all. Like, he's like, no, this is the way we're doing it, and that's end of story.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's a fair question, OG.
100%.
And I didn't think about that.
I hadn't thought of that.
But I would imagine there's probably some truth to that. I think Disney now is gotten to be so big that it's too big for one individual. And I think you guys are hitting the nail on the head where we need to have a guest experience leader and a media leader. I suppose the media is going to be everything that's not guest experience, but I think it's just too big for any one person right now.
Well, The other thing is though, I think Disney is in a particular place where they have an example of that working. They have the blueprint sitting there. Obviously, personalities and time and all the other X factors do apply, but
Yeah.
have like a little bit of a roadmap of like, hey, this is how they did it. This is how they kind of coexist and did everything. More than any other company I can think of that comes to mind that has run kind of like a dual thing like that.
Yeah.
So there.
No, 100%. Because when you look at Comcast, they have a dual CEO. You look at Warner Brothers, or not Warner Brothers, Netflix. I think they have a dual CEO. So if all these other companies can do it, why cannot? Or why can't the Walt Disney Company do it?
Mhm.
The company started with the dual CEO with Walt and Roy. Why can't we go back to that? And there's no shame of it. No
No.
matter what you do as a big conglomerate company, whatever move you make, you're always going to get that group of people that are going to say, "Oh, look at you guys
Mhm.
are being desperate and playing it safe and all that."
Mhm.
You're always going to have those people no matter what. But would you rather focus on a small group of people that might complain, or the larger picture, which would only benefit the company better,
Mhm.
and all aspects of the company can succeed?
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's the most important thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I would argue that they had been doing that. They had been looking
Oh,
at
sure.
the vocal minority as opposed to the majority of the people are like, hey, we like these things. So yeah.
All right, next question. Speaking of fast, WDI is almost done framing the show building for Cassidy Medical at Tropical Americas.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean.
That's
That's
Lewis,
exactly what I mean.
and that's from Lewis. Lewis, I love you, brother. Next week we want you on, and if you guys want to come on with Lewis, that guy is, and he's so fun to talk to.
Oh,
He's so great. Lewis, love
I
you.
love it. No,
Yeah.
but Lewis makes a great point. This is what
Mhm.
I'm talking about at the Orlando parks. We're seeing such massive construction. It just seemed like the beginning of December, it was just dirt. And now look at, we're not even January 1st yet at 2026, and they have steel beams up. It's
Well,
insanity. It's like, come on. And
well,
we're still worried about a Portos that we've been fighting for 2.5 years to build in downtown Disney. We have a
mhm.
vacant lot with freaking Tortilla Joe's grave just sitting there. Then we have you know the Eastern Gateway project not even started. You have monsters that won't even freaking see the red tape. I like that. We we have the Monsters attraction. They can't even give us a date when it's closing. One of the simplest things they can announce, and they won't even announce that. It's like, what are we doing?
What do we do? Well, just I don't want to stoke the flame, but didn't we
Oh,
get
sure.
the Madame Leota's shop up pretty fast?
We did, and it looks like a Home Depot shed you could buy in the parking lot.
Yeah, no, actually, I think it was. I think it was. I think
Just saying.
It literally was.
it literally was. I think Dave actually from Fresh Baked. I think he did a
Yeah.
video on that.
Did
and
he?
We did.
Yeah.
No, we
I
had one
laughed
part
so
that-
hard when I watched that.
Was it Steve? Somebody sent us that too, Mark. Remember?
Oh yeah, in fact it was. It was Expedition
That's-
Steve that said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wild. That's absolutely
Unbelievable.
wild.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then the whole controversy when people walked in there, and then they saw this AI art that someone found online, and that went viral. It's like, okay, so Disney got this art from this website. They didn't even have their cartoonists, illustrators,
Mhm.
Imagineers make this. They buy it off a website and stuck it on the wall. It's like,
Oh yeah.
that was in poor taste. So you got the Home Depot shed they built, and then you have that. It's like, what's going to top those two things?
Well,
Actually, there was a third thing that topped it. They had to throw construction walls back up because they didn't build the drainage right, so it started flooding in the front of it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Well, my biggest issue with that
Uh-uh.
shed, is not even like the look of it. I just it's not. It was obviously a prefab thing.
Mhm.
It's
Sure.
prefabricated, so it's not there's no forced perspective.
Yeah.
So it
right.
seems super
yeah.
out of place next to everything else,
Yeah.
where it wasn't purpose built. They ordered it, So, I mean, that's my biggest issue with it. It's not a bad looking building, but it's way too big, and it needed to be built from the ground up so they can account for the forced perspective of the mansion and everything else.
100%. Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That was
Crazy.
awesome. That was awesome.
Well, I'll let you guys in on a little secret too. Well, a lot of, and sadly, and Disney doesn't need to do this, but a lot of the stuff that you see now is prefabricated, and it'll come in parts.
Oh yeah.
It'll
Wow.
come in parts. Yeah, I've seen the gut work of it, of the building. No, not so much, but the frames and everything else,
Oh yeah.
Legos.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much.
Yep.
Okay, what does this say? I said this many times. If they stop making movies that no one wants to watch and took that money, invested in the parks, I think it'd be much better.
Jay.
What do you guys have to say about
And I agree with him.
Yeah, well, they need to focus on, with the movies, they need to focus on better quality. I think obviously lately they've been having way more success with Zootopia and Avatar. Those are doing really well. But we had a rough year at the box office for Disney. The Snow White, I think Snow White was this year, wasn't it? And
Yeah,
that was rough.
I deleted that out of my brain already.
Yeah. that was a rough one. I mean, there was a lot of misses. And Tron, I think, was another one that didn't do well.
Tron.
I enjoyed Tron.
I did too. I finally saw it. I loved it.
I did sleep through part of it though. Full disclosure. Mark was right.
Oh
there.
yeah, he was. Yeah. I don't disagree with that from Jason. Very good comment. Lewis said LA28 is coming, whether he is ready or not, is going to pick up the pace.
Well, see, okay. Let me ask you guys this, and this is just hypothetical, and that's what I like doing on Conductor Sunday live stream, is just talking hypothetical rumor and whatnot. Do you think, because Udi made a great point earlier about, different counties kind of being more lenient towards big, what's the word I'm looking for? Landlords. I'm going to call Disney and Universal landlords of the county. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Do you think LA County is being a lot more lenient to Universal because of the money they're generating and the fact that they are going to be the epicenter of the 2028 LA Olympics?
It could be. That's a possibility. I think it's probably a mix between something like that and just Universal has a different approach to building stuff.
Sure.
I mean, I think Universal is definitely probably knocking on the permitting office and the inspectors going. But the motivation definitely is there, and like I said, I think the motivation is coming from both ends. It really, really is, and because of the speed of the production. So yes, I think LA County over there has been like, they recognize what's coming. They recognize, and for them, it's going to be about taxes, the money they can generate from there. And they know the more they have, the more people are going to show up, the more money's going to spend in the area, the more revenue they're going to bring in. So there you go.
Yeah, I think
Disneyland is a little different. Sorry, just let me finish real quick. Disneyland is a little different because that's kind of already established.
Yeah.
True.
That's true. I wanted to ask you guys, did you guys hear, I saw it on Instagram, but I don't believe everything I see on social media. And I only saw,
why not?
I know, right? Exactly. But I saw this, I thought it was kind of interesting. And I'm curious if you guys saw this as well, that Avatar 5 supposedly is going to have Earth involved in that movie. Did you guys hear this today as well, or no?
I did hear that. I saw it.
Now that's interesting. And the reason why I bring that up, because we are talking about like the future and everything. We talked about Avatar a little bit. That's interesting because I know at D23, Josh Giamaro said that that our Pandora is based on the next few movies.
right.
I think the next 2 or 3 movies, which would be Avatar 5. Is that possible? That's where we're going to get our California connection in this theme.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, the rumor I heard was that he was going to cut it short and was not going to go that far.
I heard that too. I heard that it was up in the air that if
like,
the movie didn't make money or something, he wasn't going to do them.
I don't know. Like, money drives everything. So I mean,
yeah.
But to be fair, that is probably very good rationale with that. Because it makes sense. Because one of the things that we talk about often, I'm sure we've all been talking about it for a while, is like, where does it go, and does it fit there? And we've talked about it. Does it fit right there? And maybe it would. Even looking at the concept art, I mean, we all know concept art can be jettisoned at any point in time, and you won't get anything near what you had in concept art.
True.
So, that is an interesting point of view, and I would not. Again, this one falls into one of those things like completely believable and highly probable.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, OG. I'm going to start with you, and then Udi, and then Mark.
Okay.
Is if what OG brought up, and they want to tie in that California aspect, because I give all the credit to OG about what he said a long time ago. If we're starting to put Pandora in the DCA, more Avengers and whatever's going to go in the Simba parking lot, at what point do we consider maybe possibly changing the name of the park to what OG calls it,
Yep.
Disney Cinematic Adventure? That would cover all aspects of this. But if what OG was saying, they want to possibly tie in that California aspect, do they have other plans not to change the name of the park and keep it Disney California Adventure?
Yeah, no, who knows? And the other thing too, and we talked about it, I did a video on this recently, but the rededication plaque at DCA in 2012 focuses a lot on the dreamers and the creatives that came to the Golden State, like the Walt Disneys, and I would assume that Stan Lee and James Cameron. And I don't know if that's the kind of like the loophole angle they're using to justify these additions. Because if you look at that new dedication plaque, it focuses heavily on the dreamers that were inspired by the state and continue to change the state. That might be enough for them to be like, yeah, we'll keep it California, and that's our angle too. I don't know.
Yeah. Could be. I mean, yeah, it could be. Although I love the Disney Cinematic Adventures theme, I think that's great. It definitely fits into where the direction's going.
Yeah, and then you can keep DCA, because we like to call it DCA, so it can still be DCA.
We need our acronyms.
Or it could be Disney's Cameron Adventure coming up.
I love it.
There you go.
A couple of things though, I do want to rewind it for a second. Is you talked, conductor, about LA County versus Orange County and the rate of construction in LA versus Orange. I can't help thinking that some of the stall or the delay in progress with Disney is because of Disney. Like how many hoops does it have to go through on the Disney side for something to get approved and built versus how many hoops does it have to go through on the Universal side to get things done?
Well, see, here's the thing, because when Disneyland Forward got approved by the city council, immediately, literally, probably about 6 months later, we saw that Anaheim wants to build this gondola system between Orange County Live. Then we have the convention center. Then we have Disneyland. So personally, for me, I don't see why the Anaheim City Council at this point already approving Disneyland Forward, unless Disney comes up with something just so over the top it's ridiculous. I can't see why they would deny Disney anything, because you made a great point, Mark. It's tax incentives, it's tax write-offs for the county, for the citizens, and it's only going to benefit the tourist dollars that's going to come in, not only just to visit Disneyland, but there's a lot of conventions that happen at the Anaheim Convention Center, like D23 and so many others. And then you got a lot of stuff happening at the Honda Center, and then what they're trying to turn that into, it's basically the OC version of LA Live. So I don't know why they continue to love to go through red tape, but their counterpart in the East Coast, in Orlando, no red tape. They just start building. I get it; they have the room, so that's understandable. But when you look at Universal 50 miles away in LA County, and you got all these movie studios surrounding the theme park, and then you have neighbors surrounding that, and they're able to build at a faster pace.
Yep.
It's all, I think it has a lot to do with Brian Roberts' mentality of running, Comcast and just telling Mark Woodbury, hey, here's the budget. Just build this stuff. Get your creative team to start just building stuff and take care of our annual pass holders, take care of our universal citizens that visit us every single year, maybe 20, 30 times a year. Take care of them. Build stuff. We don't care what the budget is unless it's out of control. Build it. Just and then you got Disneyland, loves going through red tape, loves sitting there trying to go back and forth on, oh well, should we do this, should we do that? Perfect example of this. So when they announced Avatar, they called it Experience. We heard Experience way down the line. Now all of a sudden they changed their tune and called it a destination. It's like, how long are they going to continue that verbiage until they finally admit and they just say it's a land? It would be so much easier if they just say it's a land.
Yeah.
If they come out with more detailed concept art of what the land's going to look like. I'm calling it a land. I know they refuse to, but I'm calling it a land because I'm telling you right now, when they built Avatar in Animal Kingdom, people did not want that because they're like, why do we want mythical creatures in basically a safari park? Why do we want this? But as soon as they built it, they opened it, it changed everybody's mind. They were just like they were blown away. So the same rhetoric's going on here where they're sitting there saying, no, we do not want this in DCA. So it would be in very poor taste if James Cameron and the WDI team in charge of Avatar builds anything smaller than a land. If they build an Experience or wherever the hell they want to call it, and they don't build an actual land that's detailed and adventurous enough, I'm telling you right now, there is going to be a massive, massive, massive backlash. I'm telling you right now.
I agree with you, Conductor. I will say this, though. I think that the Experience and the destination verbiage is corporate semantic word salad. And I think it's going to be a land. And I just think that this is fancy talk for especially Disney. They love to do all these fancy, No,
I know.
Yeah. So I think that's more that. I think it's more PR than it is like any kind of representation as to what we're going to get. I do believe it will be a land.
Yeah, me too.
But Disney, they want to make it all like, oh, a destination,
Right,
The other thing too that I want to touch upon too, another reason why Disney might be moving faster in Florida is because of Epic Universe.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
they have to get something up,
Yep, you're right.
Well, let me ask you guys this question. We're talking about the lack of speed, right? And then the verbiage. I agree with you, OG, that it is semantic art, word salad, basically. But I'm curious now. Maybe part of the slowness of the project is maybe they have no idea what they're going to do. Because remember, what was it, 2 D23s ago? We got nothing but a huge blue sky presentation. Remember that one?
Oh yeah.
All the music and all the show, and we're like, remember Mark? We were texting back and forth, going, "What are we watching?" Remember that? And like, what? And what we wound up getting was a huge stage show with no substance.
Oh yeah.
So,
all the what if stuff, right?
Right. All the blue sky, and we want to do this, and then I was like, as we're talking, I'm like, maybe this is what we got right now. Maybe this is why we're moving slow. Maybe this is why we haven't really gotten more, because maybe they have no clue what they're going to do, or maybe a small outline, but nothing concrete.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So, I mean, and you also have a big element in the room, which is James Cameron, who's gonna, demand certain things and want certain things, and so that kind of gums up the works a little bit too, probably.
Do you get the impression that Cameron's hard to work with?
Oh, I think he is. I mean, Walt Disney probably was hard to work with too. When you're a genius in your craft and you're a perfectionist, I mean, these guys are not like G golly nice guys. I mean, they push for the best, you know. I'm sure it's tough working for James. I'm sure it is, but I mean, the quality is there though, you know.
Yeah, no, I've worked for guys when I was learning my trade that were very, very demanding. Mark has been on the end of that for me when I was teaching him certain things. So when we were building bikes, I was very demanding.
That's like 15 years ago, man.
Huh?
That's like 15 years ago.
I know, and I bet you still remember, don't you?
Well, I actually build bikes quite often. Yeah.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. But it stayed in there.
Yeah.
So, but my point is that when you have an idea in you have your end vision and point, and this is where we need to go, and this is how it needs to be done. Yeah, you're going to be unwavering in what you want to do. So yeah, Walt wasn't easy to work with. A lot of people who are really, really good and know what they want, and they wind up developing into this magic, whatever the end is, it's going to be tough. So yeah, I bet you James is going to be right in there going, no, I don't like it, hate it. You know, I mean, I go back to when the BTS for George Lucas when they were doing Phantom Menace. Have you guys watched that kind of stuff?
No.
All the art and all the stuff. And he's like,
oh, really?
I like that.
Yeah.
One.
Okay.
Yeah. Boards full of art. And he's like, no, meh. Okay, that one's okay. Change this one. And I'm like, think about all that work and just like toss, just in a millisecond, gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Some important question here. Who wins the beauty contest, Dana or Josh?
Ooh, Josh.
Yeah, I think Josh.
Probably Josh. Yeah.
I think
He's got more. I like his style. I like his
you know what? You know what? I do have to say, a fellow content creator and OG knows who he is. Dre from that park place had a thumbnail where it showed DeMauro in a suit and a tie, and you had Bob Iger behind him in a suit and a tie, and I'm like, holy shit, DeMauro actually looks pretty damn good. So, I think DeMauro wins over Dana Walden.
Okay.
9.5 out of 10.
That's pretty fun.
I did see the thumbnail, and you're right. He looked pretty sharp in that suit.
Dana Walden is an economic liability after weapons at CBS. No way is the board of directors willing to take that sort of risk. Okay.
This is where I come from. See,
that's from Lewis.
This is where I lean because of that.
Duo CS, COES, just not with the board.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, I personally, for me and OG, please correct me if I'm wrong, or Udi or any of you guys. I don't think Chapek's failure had much to do with the board. I think it had Iger having so much influence over the board and playing the puppet master behind the scenes. That was the biggest downfall for Chapek. It wasn't the board. It was the fact that Iger had too much influence and he wasn't the CEO anymore.
1,000,000%. 1,000,000% correct.
Yeah.
Yes. And there was, and I don't know if you guys watch a great content creator, Josh, Den of Nerds. And
no, I haven't even heard of that.
Okay, he's great, but he does a lot more like nerdy, like Marvel and Star Wars stuff.
Okay.
But he heard from a solid source, right? Now this wasn't confirmed, you know, but you heard from a solid source who he said has been right in the past. And this kind of blew my mind a little bit. But a lot of the bad decisions happening with Lucasfilm was more Bob Iger pressuring Kennedy. Now that kind of blew my mind because I'm not a big Kennedy fan, to be honest with you.
I'm not either.
Yeah, but I was at least open to hearing that though, because you know what, he does like to meddle, and I never considered that. And what if that is the case? I mean, that's wild to me. I mean, so yeah, there's a lot of what ifs here, but we'll know for sure when Iger leaves, and we'll see how the whole company runs and if things are way different under the new CEO, if it really was Bob or not. But I don't know. I bet you he's been involved with more meddling with certain things that other people have gotten blamed for than we think.
Oh yeah. You know, I'm trying to disconnect my extreme dislike for that lady with like trying to like logically analyze that statement. Yeah, I think track record proves that he does meddle a lot. But I will tell you, I mean, when you're meddling in a pile of garbage, it's just still garbage, you know?
Fair.
So, I mean, because regardless of anything, she's had two things that were really good. Two. I mean, we're talking Rogue One and Mandalorian season 1 and season 2. Tell me another one.
Well, and honestly, to be, and,
That's like, huh?
well, and
Sorry.
honestly, I mean, and again, this is just me speculating, but I mean, Mando, I don't even think she
Oh.
was that involved with that initially because I
Okay.
don't think she was interested in TV until it started doing well. Then she got
And then
involved.
like, oh, I need to come out, and I still have to go back to one of the best bits of bonus content ever was when they were doing roundtables talking about the Mando show.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
Favreau and Kathleen Kennedy, and she started talking, and Favreau kind of went like, "No," and shut her up. And I'm like, "Oh, I'm gonna cry. I love you, Favreau." That was some of the best stuff ever.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Oh.
trying to maintain my dislike person down. Yeah.
Theme Park Wizard was on tonight. Maybe he's still there.
He
Hey, thanks for
probably
joining
is.
us. Hey, thanks for joining us, man.
He
Yeah,
probably is.
Wizard's a good dude. He's a really good dude. He does great content too. A lot of great Universal stuff, especially. Like,
Yeah.
he's on top.
Whenever he's on your show, I always tune in. It's like I always
He's
enjoy that. Lots of chatter in tonight's thread. I love it. I love it.
Throw it up. Let's see some of that.
Oh, you can't see it?
No, I can't.
Well, there's some talk about the shed, the Madame Leota's shed thing. We need to go into that. But what did Steve? What does this one say?
I mean,
No, Tron has done good in the box office yet. They have cult classics, but there is a difference between a good movie that doesn't do good and a shitty movie that gets made, despite no one wanting it.
well,
Okay.
yeah, no, it's true. He's true.
Snow
Fair point.
White was the #1 example of that.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, absolutely. What does this say? Fire and Ash appears to be heading to at least 1.5 billion,
Yeah.
maybe 2. Wow,
Yep.
really?
No, it
Yeah.
had a really good second weekend. James
global.
James Cameron always delivers. It's crazy how this man
Oh, yeah.
never loses.
You know, but can I just ask this real question and then without going too deep because we're already at like 6:30.
Is it 6:30?
It's 6:38.
Oh yeah, I think we're good.
Is anybody really into Avatar? Like, are you guys like, oh, dude, Avatar? Like, really?
No.
Where does this 1.5 billion come from? I'm trying to figure out because I have not had the inclination, the need, the want, desire to get out of my room and my house to go watch Avatar. That's why I'm wondering where the money come from.
I think what Avatar is, I don't think people care about it like they care about Star Wars and Marvel. They don't care about the lore or the characters. I don't think any of that. I think what really propels Avatar is the spectacle in the theater experience.
Okay.
That's just for me. I think that's what it is. I don't think that if you I feel like if you put this anywhere else, like on streaming, it probably wouldn't do that great. I'm just guessing. But that theater experience, I think this is why people do go to the theater still, is because of that. And a lot of that is probably like 3D, and that's more expensive too.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's kind of what's happening here with Avatar.
Screens, yeah. Because I'm wondering where all that money comes from. Anyway, what is that?
Other than trash, that was Acolyte. I like all the Star Wars stuff, but I'm an uber Star Wars geek. I'm not sure what you're talking about. Where's that coming from?
No, the Acolyte was hot trash. Hot trash on a steak that should be in the dumpster fire.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, Udi, and I probably already know your answer, but I do have to defend one series they did. And I hope they bring it back for a second season. I hope they don't, just push it along.
Sorry, Andor was good. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Andor was good. Oh, the Obi-Wan series. The fact they were able to bring back Ian McGregor and Hayden Christensen to play Darth Vader. I'm sorry, but I'm going to defend that to the cows come home because I do like that.
I want to see more of that, conductor. I want to see a second. Yeah, I want to see more of it.
I would not object to it. I do have my problems with that.
I'm sure.
Because as much as I enjoyed the plucky, spunky young Leia, I'm like, man, you're really dancing the line with messing with the lore. I don't like whenever they start messing with the OT, my Like I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you guys, are you sure? Yeah. So no, but I mean, there were definitely aspects of that, and Ahsoka that I really liked. Now,
Sure.
Ahsoka being one of my favorite characters, I think the TV series did her a huge injustice. There were many things that I had problems, especially with being a fan of Rebels. Seeing Ezra Bridger, Sabine again, I'm like, oh my god! Like I was on the moon, and then it came out, and I'm like, well, that could have been better.
Sure.
But I mean, so I wouldn't object to another Obi-Wan. I'm interested to see what's going to happen with Ahsoka season 2. So we'll see what happens. But other than that, like I said, the really, really good stuff was Mando 1 and 2, and Andor.
Definitely agree.
Oh,
Rogue One. Those are the ones that are really good.
Speaking of Mando, I was at the movies over the week. What is today? Tuesday? I think it was our Saturday night. I went to go see a movie with Wendy, and they had the trailer for the Mando. Mando and Grogu was there, and that was the first time I had seen it.
I was underwhelmed by it, but that's fine.
But there were some cool scenes in there, but there was also some silliness that I wasn't really expecting. Like, okay.
Yeah.
What's the comment here? Ahsoka was good, but she needed to be more Clone Wars Ahsoka.
Thank you. Yep. Agreed.
Whoever you are, I'm agreeing with you. Shazosaurus, was it?
Yeah, Shazosaurus. Okay. Before we go down to like a Star Wars thing, I had a question about the new parking structure.
Okay.
And I want to share the screen just because I can, and I love this sort of stuff.
Sure. No, absolutely.
You guys got that here? Let's see if I can even condense it a little bit differently here when we're all here.
There we go.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so where are we here? Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted to show you guys, or I have a question about. So I've outlined this whole property because I was just reading about it being an 8-story, 6,000 space parking structure on the hub of the East Side Resort. It's going to have 300 plus EV chargers. It'd be good for me. And a rideshare shuttle zone, security and pedestrian bridge over. So my question to you guys, and this is about 23 acres. My question to you guys is, how is it coming from, I guess you're going to be going south on 5 is there going to be an exit coming off of 5 to this? Or how are you going to get to this?
You know what? That's a good question, Mark. Can you zoom it out just a little bit? There we go. Okay. So I think because you got Disney Way right there, but you also have, what is that, South Clementine? I kind of feel there's going to be a turn in right there somewhere.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going to.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
I think that's what it's going to be. I think you'll, if you're coming from one direction, you'll get off at maybe Disney Way, then you'll go into where Conductor's talking about. Come from the opposite way, maybe you come down Harbor and turn on Disney Way. But yeah, it'll be somewhere in and around there. I haven't heard anything about the 5 freeway getting an exit over there, so I doubt that's happening.
Okay.
I mean, I will tell you this, that if they do not do that, be prepared 10 years down the road.
They will.
I just don't know about traffic coming. I mean, because how's traffic going to be coming on 5 all the way on Disney Way? This is going to be backed up, right? Getting into
Oh yeah.
That's going to be a nightmare.
This is where the public works and everything else, city planning is going to have to kick in. And you know what? You bring this up, Mark, and again, this might be a piece of the puzzle too. Is like, hey, they have to mitigate traffic, because no matter if they build all the structure, blah blah blah, if you have a pool and you're trying to fill it with a hose, you're going to be there a minute. So this is the same kind of thing.
And it looks like there's even a heavy traffic there, like right now. So I'm just joking with you. So I just wondered if you guys, since you guys are local, to hear if you've heard of anything and how so. I mean,
but if they do add stuff, that's going to be a city issue, and that's going to be people in the city are going to know. Yeah,
100%.
No, I agree. My question is, because you had South Clementine, I don't know if OG is that an exit, or is that just a street going parallel with the 5 freeway?
Clementine?
Yeah. South
I'm
Clementine.
really not sure, to be honest.
Hey, Mark, can you pull up that map one more time?
For you, I will, conductor.
Okay, perfect. One more time.
If
'Cause
Udi had asked, I would have said no.
I know,
Okay.
but I wouldn't
Okay,
ask.
so it almost looks like it looks like it's the street going alongside the 5 freeway. So I wonder, God, I mm,
Mm.
I wonder how they're going to do this. I wonder if God, it wouldn't make sense though, because the only way I could see it is maybe they close off Disney Way, and they build a new off ramp where South Clementine comes in, and they make it a dual or maybe a triple lane exit, and it goes right into this parking structure. But there's 1 or 2 lanes that the very far left lane can go straight
It will be the
towards the
path.
other. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it'll be definitely a pass through. The middle can either turn or go straight, and then the very far right one will go right into this Eastern Gateway.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
I'm wondering if they will take a moment to expand that road as well.
It's
What
Might
road?
have to.
That's
You know,
free.
one of the stipulations when they were trying to get this whole Disneyland Forward thing approved was this kind of thing was really important to the city, mitigating congestion and things like that. There
Mhm.
has to be some sort of plan here that we're not aware of. There has
Right.
to be, because I know that was a huge sticking point for them.
Yep.
There's hotels in the same parking lot.
Yeah, so right now it's a cast member parking lot, but that's going to be the Eastern Gateway. But you're not wrong, OG, because any type of, and this goes with even with Universal and any theme park in any county, if they expand or they build something, they almost have to give something back to the city that's going to help with traffic control and infrastructure and whatnot. They don't get away scot-free just building whatever the hell they want. They have to kind of give back at the same time.
Mhm.
So it's going to be very interesting how they kind of work this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this, I'm kind of looking at this picture as kind of divided in half. We have the existing parking lot now, which I guess is cast member.
Mhm.
Is this where they're gonna? Is it? Do you where it to be where like the bus pickup and drop off is for the hotels in the city?
So OG, go first, and then I'll say what I'm going to say.
Yeah, no, they're gonna move that bus load unload area, which the current bus load unload area is gonna be used for likely the show building for the Avatar attraction over there. Right, yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right there will likely be for the show building.
Mhm.
And then
Jeez.
that bus load unload area will be moved over to this new parking structure area over here. So
No.
And OG, do you think this part's going to be that right there, or is it going to be up here?
that's a tough call. That's a great question. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you. I'm not sure
So-
if they're gonna use the main. Do you know that answer, conductor? I don't really know.
No, I saw a rendering video. I forgot where it was from. It was a video that was made when Disney originally had the concept art years ago for the Eastern Gateway, and it showed all this stuff. It showed exactly what we're talking about. And before I announce that, I want to give a big shout out to Hen Geek Village with the $10 super chat. He says, "Happy New Year, conductor. I just came back from visiting Disney and DCA today. Now, after visiting
Nice.
both East and West Coast for the first time in 1 year, I prefer Disney World." Well, I'm going to find out in March, so I will find out. But back to your point, Mark, this upper part of the parking structure, somewhere in here by the Sky Bridge, that's going to go in between this void here. They are going to have the bus unload and load area with also Ubers, taxis, Lyft, all in this top area somewhere. And then the Sky Bridge is going to go literally right where they're saying it's going to go. So on this top part up here, of these two parking lots, the top part is where we're probably going to see the transportation hub, We're going to see the security checkpoint, and people are going to be able to walk across the bridge. But logistically, it's going to be interesting, though, because now they're going back to the concept that they had once before, that all these businesses right on harbor did not like, which was, if they have security in this parking area here, and people are walking across this pedestrian bridge, now you're in the Disney bubble, and you can't leave that bubble to go visit these businesses. So that, how are they going to justify, getting them revenue? Because now you
Right.
can't, because you already went through security.
You'd have to go back out through it. Yeah, no, you're
Yep.
right about that. That's a great point. But they must have worked something out, because yeah, that was a huge sticking point for them years ago. So there's something there that, yeah, that's making those businesses happy. I mean, those businesses do big business because where they're at,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
massive, and they don't want to give up that gravy train. So there's
No,
got to
no.
be some sort of thing in place for that.
100%.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, I want to ask you, fellows, since it's basically the title of our live stream, what would you guys like to see? Let's start with Disney out here in Anaheim. What would you guys like to see besides expansions? What would you like to see that we haven't seen from the Disney company that they haven't announced yet? What would you guys like to see?
Well, you know what? Here's the thing. I'm actually happy with what we're getting. Like, I'm
Sure.
happy with the Avatar. I think a focus on DCA is exactly what we need right now, 100%.
Sure.
I think Disneyland is the A++ student. I think DCA really needs a plussing. Okay, so I'm happy with what we got. But what I would say, though, Conductor, is I definitely want sometime this year, maybe D23, I want to have a model of how this Pandora thing is going to fit in with the rest of the park
Yes.
and Hollywood Land. I want to see that transition and how this whole thing connects to the bigger puzzle. And that's a super nerdy thing. I know the general public probably couldn't care less.
Oh no, I love it.
Yeah, I would love to see that. That's my one thing on my wish list this year. Hopefully, the biggest chance we have is probably a D23, but that's really what I want to see.
Udi?
Well, I think I'm with you, OG, with that. We need more. We need an expansion on what we have as far as what is coming to Disneyland, the whole resort area. A little bit more definitive timeline on what we're gonna get when we're gonna get it. The other thing I want something with Disney Forward, like, hey, this is what we're gonna do, not just we now have this plan that we're gonna be over there and that's all we got.
Yeah.
The other thing that I want to see is a little bit more return to taking care of the park. And the other and the big one that is just will not stop in my mind is, can we please get rid of the reservation system at some point this year? That's what I would love. If that ended today, I mean, I'd be.
I'm gonna tell you this, Udi, right now. The only way I could see it happening is two ways. One, once they're done building a lot of Disneyland Forward, and I'm meaning the Avengers attractions, I'm meaning Avatar, I'm meaning Coco, and possibly starting to develop into the Simba parking lot. That's when I could see the reservation system happening. The other option I see is if they get rid of the reservation system as the resort is expanding, is they upcharge a higher price for Lightning Lane, and they limit it like crazy. So we don't. So the problem we see right now, and OG can agree with this because he's seen it, and we've all seen it, is when you go into the Disneyland Resort nowadays, most attractions that have Lightning Lane, the Lightning Lane is 3 times longer than the general admission line. That right there is a humongous issue. If they upcharged it and said, you know what, instead of $30, we're going to charge you $100, I guarantee it there would be hardly anyone in Lightning Lane. and I could see it being a deterrent.
Right.
But people would still buy it. But then it also comes down to the Magic Key system. I'm sorry, it still needs a lot of work until you get that absolutely correct. The reservation system will not go away at the Disneyland Resort. I will promise you that right now.
Well said.
You're not. Go ahead.
Well said. I just want to say real quick to Giant Peter Adventures that my hair will will definitely grow probably 1 inch this next year, but I'm going to spread it out over multiple fiscal periods.
There we go. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the same thing for Udi's beard. I'm gonna go 2 inches, and I'm gonna say he's not gonna do the whole a period thing. He's just gonna say, you know what, I'm going for it. Grow it.
100%.
Yep, absolutely.
Ton of rooftops if it keeps getting higher. Yeah,
no
kidding.
But one thing I would like, 2 things I would like to see at D23 is I couldn't agree with you guys more. A scaled model of Disneyland Forward projects that we already know about. Coco, the 2 Avengers attractions, Avatar. If we saw that in the Eastern Gateway, what those models are going to look like, and then they announce, okay, and in this area of DCA or in this area of Disneyland, we're going to put up a temporary but long-term blue sky cellar so people can go in there, look at the models, get excited what the Disneyland Resort is going to be turning into, and get people excited like we once did when we had the blue sky cellar at DCA.
Right.
The other thing, I would like to see, because this upcoming year for D23, it's really not going to be new information unless it's about the international parks. The domestic parks really have no new information to announce. It's going to be a lot of updated information. So if they want to come up with new stuff, I know, Udi, you're going to say, well, we have too many maintenance problems as it is, but finally give us a scaled model concept art of Tomorrowland in the future. Please.
Oh, you're asking way too much, conductor.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. OG knows this. I've been beating the war drum for years since I've known OG. Yeah. And even before that, I've been beating the war drum and saying, I literally feel like I'm walking on a Walking Dead set in Tomorrowland, and I want Tomorrowland to come back alive. I want it.
I want it too.
So bad. So if they want to announce something new, give us a new Tomorrowland. Give us something on that. Yep. But if they want to keep it, we're just going to update on current projects, fine. Yeah. Then transition to give us the blue sky. Oh, I like it. Make it Tomorrowland great again. I love it. Udi, you got to make me a shirt like that. I want that.
You can get, hey, these are ours. We have them.
Oh, okay. I want a shirt like that. I'll get with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually designed that shirt like 6 years ago.
Mark designed that a long time ago.
Oh, I love that shirt.
I was like, oh, wait, I have mine right here.
Oh, I love it. No, but give us, if you're not going to announce new projects for the domestic parks, then either give us a Tomorrowland concept or give us the blue sky cellar and say, after D23, we're going to put the scale models you saw at D23 in the park so you can go to that at any point. That's what I want.
Now, Hudson, to answer your question, I'm not a Morrissey fan. I'm actually, honestly, ever since I was little, I've always been a hip hop and rap guy. Like Nas, Jay-Z, Jadakiss, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's been Tupac. That's been my thing. And actually, lately, I've been dipping a little bit a lot into K-pop. But K-pop has a lot of rap in it too, so it's kind of but that's more my style with music.
Hi.
There, you got me excited. Why'd you stop that? Dang.
Hi. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. I love you guys. Oh my gosh. But that's what I like to see.
Hudson, those shirts are available on T Public on Leave
Yeah.
It to the Podcast. We have a whole slew of those. That's my shameless plug.
Yeah.
Perfect. Send me a link. I'll buy one.
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
I got to get an OG shirt somewhere.
Yes, there we go.
Okay. Do you have a shirt, Conductor?
Not yet. Not
Okay.
yet. I'm going to be working on it pretty damn soon now.
Cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So for me, I want to see what I want to see is I want to see a new Magic Key available for maybe Californians only or something.
That middle tier.
Yeah, because you have the SoCal one. I think it's $5.99, which is way too much, and then you have a $9.99 one. And I think there is a user group that would fit a 700 to 750 range, and that one could be like a reservation only, and the other ones can be wide open. Because I mentioned this before, back when they had the AP Flex Pass for us Northern Californians, that was the perfect storm for us.
Oh my, that was amazing.
And it was the only one that had a reservation system, and we were fine with it. I mean, you could
we talked about it so much in our podcast. We learned how to use that thing in and out. I mean, we would go to the park. I would go get my 2 days of reservation. I would land on a Thursday night.
Yeah.
I had my reservation for Friday and Saturday. I would go in, enjoy the park at night, then come in on Friday. Boom, kill that reservation. The second I did that, boom, made my reservation for Sunday.
Dang.
And never did I so I went
literally,
and then I went Sunday night and left Sunday night. So
Wow.
I would always get it 3 days in total out of the park every trip, and that was once a quarter. I was like, Bob Iger, I'm going to do this once a quarter. So that's what it was. So I literally would do that, and we were just in the park.
Okay. Well, I kind of when OG flat, because OG has this card that JPEG got rid of, and it pisses me off because now I feel like I'm going to be attached to Walt Disney World. It's the Premier Pass, where it covered both East Coast, West Coast, no reservations. I want that pass back. Tomorrow, please give us that pass back. I will pay whatever the hell that thing is, and I could go freely between the West Coast, East Coast. I want that back.
I think Conductor. I think JPEG made a statement about that.
Apologize for not being the ally that you needed me to be.
There you go, bro.
He's no help. I promise you that. He is an enemy to me.
OG, you have that pass?
Yeah, I do have that. Yeah, I have a family member who is a Club 33, and those are the passes they give for friends and family.
Oh, nice! Awesome.
I think that's the only way you can get those now is through that.
Wow, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
Man, I've never been to Club 33. At some point, I want to go, but that's one of my goals.
Yeah, one of our co-hosts has.
One of our co-hosts got
very fortunate. Yeah.
Yeah. So people have asked me. I go, no, not yet, but at some point. So I don't think we're gonna get a Tomorrowland anything. I mean, we've been saying that for how many years?
I don't think so. But I will tell you this though, and me and OG have talked about this: the lagoon area, and then you have Matterhorn. If we got ever a version of Arendelle, put it in the lagoon area, please.
Yeah,
please put it there, because you have the world of Arendelle. It fits in the Fantasyland, and what better way to have the Norwegian style by having the Matterhorn right next to it?
Oh, dude, it'd be perfect. But that's exactly why they won't do it.
I don't know, guys. I mean, but I mean, gosh, this is killing me here, because I think it's important to have the submarines. There's no other theme park, I think, besides Legoland that has any sort of submarine thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important.
It's historical.
Yep.
I will never, ever, no matter what's coming through, be okay with them getting rid of any of that.
I know. My other option is, because obviously the Lilo and Stitch parking lot is another expansion slot, and a good friend of the channel, of both me and the OG, Hey Bricky, he did
Yeah.
a video a while back
Yep.
mapping out how the Lilo and Stitch parking lot is laid out, and the World of Arendelle they just built in Disneyland Paris
Oh,
fits 100% perfect.
it looks
Like, I mean,
gorgeous, right?
yeah. So you could do
The-
it that way.
Conductor, that particular one in Paris is different than the one in Tokyo, right? Because that one in
Oh,
Paris.
no, it was the one in Tokyo he was referring to. My bad.
Oh, well, because one of them doesn't have that owns or roller coaster in it, right?
Is that Paris, OG, or is that Tokyo?
I thought I thought it was Hong Kong.
Oh no, you're probably right. I think it is Hong Kong.
No, Hong Kong.
Hong
But-
Kong.
So it is Hong Kong's version then.
Yep.
But the new one in Paris doesn't have that
I don't
Wonder
think so.
Nokins. Okay, but still, that one in Paris is spectacular. Like,
Oh, it's beautiful.
holy cow!
It just we're gonna have no Olaf because we can't trust people around here.
Right, absolutely. Yes, right. Can't have nice things.
Nope.
Nope.
So, like, realistically, what do you think we're going to hear in 2026?
I think at D23 we're gonna get. I think we're gonna get a flushing out of what we currently have announced. So I think we'll get a lot more
Okay.
news on like the Coco Dark Ride, boat ride coming to DCA. I think we'll get maybe some news on the Avengers stuff because it won't be ready by August.
No.
So we'll probably get a lot of news on that. We'll probably get more news on Avatar. I don't know if we'll get the model and how it fits into the park thing, but I think we'll definitely get more news on that to some degree.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. I think we're just gonna get kind of a flushing out of kind of what we already have. We might get some smaller stuff, like maybe they'll announce like some new tenants coming into downtown Disney or something like that. I will say this though, Universal, they're building a Korean barbecue place at their City Walk, and that thing is going to make a metric ton of money.
Yes.
And I mean, those places are expensive, and that's a perfect location for that. I mean, Disney should really look into doing a Korean barbecue spot. That would be amazing. But yeah, we might get some downtown Disney news or little announcements sprinkled in. But I think big news.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get anything big this year. I don't, because they went so buck wild last year in 24. I can't see them announcing another land or anything like that. I think they got a lot on their plate already, both on the West Coast and on the East Coast.
Yeah. Right. And so just real quick, OG, you mentioned the Korean barbecue. Arthur and Son Steakhouse coming to downtown Disney. Do you think it's going to have the same atmosphere / ambiance as what we had at Steakhouse 55?
I do. I think that's exactly what we're gonna get. That's my guesstimate. But I think it's gonna be an upscale, nice vibe for sure. Yep.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to this. Just because I love steakhouses, and Udi's a bourbon guy, and I am looking forward to the night when we can, maybe the four of us can go grab a steak and a bourbon or something.
I'm down. Let's do it.
All right. Okay. I'm not a big bourbon guy, but I'm willing to do a flight or something share it with people. But I'm so looking forward to that. Yeah. And so, but as that conductor said earlier, why the hell do you level like Tortilla Joe's when it's doing nothing? That place could be open right now, generating money.
100%, dude. And that's so frustrating, you know. But but here's the thing too, though. To be fair to Disney, and I always like to look at various angles to this stuff.
Sure.
To be fair to Disney, whenever you're dealing with a lot of outside parties, third parties, we don't really know. I mean, maybe whatever they were putting there for Tortilla Joe's, maybe they've had contract issues or something.
You're right. Yeah.
You know, we just don't know.
Yeah.
Even Portos, maybe Portos was giving them all kinds of stuff, you know, problems or whatever. So, but now here's the thing. On the flip side of that, though, I don't see a lot of the delays happening at Universal City Walk, and Universal City Walk has the same element, though. So I don't really know. Who knows?
Don't know. And so Portos is a Southern California establishment. We don't have them here in Northern California. I've never been to one. So do you guys think this is going to be a great addition to downtown Disney?
It's gonna be huge. The one out here in the San Fernando, we got two out here in the San Fernando Valley. We got one in Northridge and we got one in Burbank.
Okay.
And like you have to like queue up to like
Really?
it's massively popular.
Yeah,
Okay,
that, and we have one right down the street from Knott's Berry Farm out here. And I'll tell you what, just like OG says, massive lines, a lot of money generated with Portos. One thing I've told OG multiple times is the fact that it's going to be on Disney property. I really hope that they have a menu where it's very unique to that location, so it entices people to go visit that location. Because, like OG said, if you live in the by the San Fernando Valley or Northridge or Anaheim, by Knott's Berry Farm, why in the hell would you want to go to the Disneyland resort when you can get the same items at another location outside the resort, which would be a lot cheaper?
Right.
You have to draw people in.
Yeah.
And from what we've seen on the concept art, it's going to be a massive 2-story building, a patio I've never seen before. This patio looks beautiful.
Yep.
And from the concept art, from the inside, looks beautiful. But I really hope they make their menu unique to draw people in.
You know, it's one thing that I was really surprised that they've never done. California Adventure.
Uh-huh.
You would have thought they would have put nothing is more California than In-N-Out.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and I mean, right? I mean, why not? We had a McDonald's at DCA for a while. Remember Burger Invasion? But why can't we get an In-N-Out?
Hey, but see that makes a great point, because when you look at Knott's Berry Farm, what do they have? Johnny Rockets. What is Johnny Rockets? Almost what In-N-Out is. So it's like you got plenty of spaces in DCA to put that. Get rid of
that'd be amazing. Yeah.
Get rid of half of Paradise Gardens. You put it right there. Oh my God! Because you got that one gate right there. Obviously, that's going to lead to Coco, but eventually that's going to lead to another sky bridge to go over to the Simba parking lot. So why not grab an In-N-Out burger walking your way across the pedestrian bridge to the Simba parking lot?
There you go. There you go. We have a question from Theme Park and Things. Austin, thanks for joining the show. Do you think Portos will take attention away from the magic of seeing the front gates of Disneyland in DCA?
I don't think it will. And I've been saying this for a really, really long time. The Esplanade is in really bad shape right now. I think right now, how the shape the Esplanade is in is bad show. The way it looks as we currently have it, the tiles are completely like worn out looking. We have outdated lampposts from Downtown Disney 2001. Honestly, I mean, I think that gorgeous Portos is way better looking than the view that we currently have. And I'm okay with a little bit of blockage. I mean, you're going to get the building will probably stretch out a little bit in front, like closer to DCA, but not by a whole lot. I'm not too stressed out about it. No. Plus, this also ushers in the start of the remodel of that Esplanade, because they're gonna have to remodel the other side too when they do that Eastern Gateway Bridge and things like that. So this whole little mini courtyard in between both parks, I think at the end of the day, it's gonna look a lot better than it currently does. Right now, it's in bad shape. It looks really bad.
I agree.
It's really bad because, like OG says, a lot of the tiles are dirty, chipped. A lot of the medallions are missing. It's just it doesn't. It looks incredibly run down, and it's a bad area to have that type of show go on, because it's the main thoroughfare to get to either Disneyland or DCA. Mm-hmm. So I think, like OG's saying, once they start building Portos, once Portos opens, we're really going to see a massive transformation of the Esplanade, because I couldn't agree with OG anymore that it desperately needs help. Like, I mean, for all being, because I turned OG. I turned him because he was a Disney guy all the way. I mean, all the way. And now he goes to Universal at least twice a week. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm at Universal all the time. I live close to Universal, though. So, but like I'm there at least once or twice a week. Absolutely.
Yeah. Jeez.
So, but when you look at their Esplanade, I'm like, wow, this looks beautiful. And there's not really much to look at, but it's beautiful. It's not chipped. It's not, dirty. So,
One thing that actually Udi and I talked about on the Porto's design is that that outdoor seating area. There's a second level that's open air, and we had thought maybe that might be a really cool spot to see fireworks. Because you've seen guests sit in the Esplanade, just actually sit on the ground during the fireworks show. And I'm thinking we can actually you can't see the full show, but you can see the end result, right? So maybe up there you might get a different perspective. I don't know.
It's more than possible. One thing I'm trying to think how you can do this. This is just my vision, and again, I'm just going off on a limb here. But what if they turn the Esplanade into kind of like an entertainment space in a way, like they had updated lighting fixtures, they had benches, they had maybe you have the big jumbo screens on either side of the Esplanade, so people that can't get in that maybe want to watch, let's say the parade or something happening down Main Street, they still get that Disney magic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
They have something like that. And even with the Eastern Gateway project, because the old concept art, it basically came back to life with now all these permits. And I said the front of the parking structure, because it's like literally a giant flat wall with these colors that are from like DCA 1.0. Basically, they look horrendous. I said, why don't you put a massive video board there and kind of use it as advertisement for the Disneyland Resort and draw people in? I know it might be distracting because people don't like to pay attention to the road, but it's another advertisement thing for the resort.
And this is an interesting question from Theme Park and Things. Do we think that the loop music will be updated or gone with Porto's coming in? They're not going to get rid of it. They're going to have music in there for sure. In terms of updated, probably. I think when they start to dig into this Esplanade, I think that we're going to get a new loop, a new music loop, and all that. But they're not going to get rid of the music. It'll be there. But I think they update it pretty regularly anyway, though, because I know they have don't they have Galaxy's Edge as part of the loop? And that's only like 5 or 6 years old. So they're always updating it anyway. So I'm sure they'll continue doing that.
I agree.
I'm also going to predict that when Udi goes to the park in February, that he's going to fall back in love with it and get an annual pass.
I mean,
Udi, I'm telling you right now, bro, you got to send me dates, me and OG, and we will meet you at Disneyland.
We'll be there.
My God, walking down Main Street, all 4 of us Disney nerds, I'm telling you right now, it's going to be the time of our lives, because OG, I can tell you right now, total vibes guy.
Oh, yeah.
Fun rides, vibes guy.
Yeah. No,
love it.
Once all that gets settled, you guys will know. Yeah.
Oh, man. It's going to be so awesome.
It's coming.
Good. Yeah, I'm so stoked because I know it's been a couple of years for you, man. And I know the park means a lot to you. And it's just, so I'm definitely pulling for you for that. Yeah. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to 2026. What does this say? Ride Tiana's U2 OG?
Yeah, no, because I'm a vibes guy. I don't really go on a lot of rides, but actually, you know what? I actually do like Tiana's.
So all 4 of us are going on it.
I'm down. Yeah,
Udi's going to sit in the very front, so he's going to get the most wet. Yep.
No, that's what Mark. No, I know how to duck though. I know how to duck.
Yeah. Did you guys think if you wear a poncho, is that cheating?
Cheater.
Yes. Cheating. No ponchos. Nope.
Okay.
Nope. Hey, if you want to dry off, just go hang out in the Home Depot shed.
Just
go do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Actually, a couple weekends ago, I was at Universal with Theme Park Wizard and Vash Sky, and Wizard opted out, but it was like 10 o'clock at night, and we went on Jurassic World.
Oh yeah.
thing, bro. You get wet like crazy. But thankfully we were like in the second to back row, so we were good. But man, that ride you get
Oh, yeah.
soaked on Jurassic World.
But dude, the Indominus Rex, man.
No ponchos, no sores bags.
Oh my gosh. Wouldn't it be something if we got the Jurassic World adventure here in Hollywood?
Oh, I love it.
Having this how tall you think that Indominus Rex is that's chasing you through that ride? About 100 feet?
I would say roughly, yeah.
Yeah. Imagine this big ass animatronic just chasing you. Dude.
Oh no, that ride looks
heaven.
That ride looks amazing. That's the one in Beijing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. The Asian parks get all the good stuff. I don't get it.
See, that's what I mean. Now it's like another level. You look at the international parks for both Universal and Disney. They have all the good stuff, and we're like, oh yeah, we'll give you attraction, but we're gonna give you all the safety stuff. So we're gonna make it safe. We're gonna make it non-edgy, none of that. But you go to the international parks, hell, you go to Disneyland Paris and you have a freaking dragon living underneath the castle. You can't tell me that's scary.
That's
Come on,
amazing.
man.
Well, we did Conductor. We did a reaction video to Hey Bricky, his first time at Disneyland Paris.
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Oh, it was incredible. And speaking of like the Esplanade here at Disneyland Resort, I mean, their center plaza.
That's something else, dude.
Oh, it's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, something else.
Oh, it's so beautiful. And then when he finally got into Main Street, oh my God, me and OG were just like vibing out. We're like,
bro,
holy Lord, this Main Street might just be a little bit better than our Main Street. This thing was detailed to every single inch, nook and cranny of that Main Street. There was not one blank space I could see in this video. Not one.
No, and I do want to give a special shout out to the late and great Eddie Soto.
Oh, absolutely.
For that, because he had played a huge role in designing that Main Street, and we unfortunately lost him only like a week before Adam, which is crazy.
Yeah. That's wild. Yeah, I lost too many people gone all of a sudden. It's too much for me to handle. So we don't think we're going to get any predictions for Disneyland proper, right? It's all going to come from DCA side of things, right?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, it's possible. Here's the thing: we might get little things like maybe they'll announce our dragon coming back for Fantasmic, something like that. I could see them doing.
Sure.
Maybe we'll get a new parade or a new fireworks thing. But in terms of like big stuff, no, I don't think they're going to announce a new land or anything for Disneyland. I think they got so much on the books right now.
Yeah.
I don't think we're getting anything big like that.
Okay.
I agree.
And we're okay with that or no?
I'm fine with it. I mean, I think DCA needs to work. You know,
it needs help.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they've been pushing to be an all-day park, and then this is what they got to do to make it so.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing: if you have people coming from out of state, around the world, to come to the Disneyland Resort, Disneyland is a given. You're not going to come to Disneyland Resort and not go to Disneyland.
Correct.
But you will go and maybe skip DCA.
Yeah.
So if you make DCA as the must-see park as well, then you're locking in both parks automatically, because you're not going to go to DCA and not go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
So you kind of if you make DCA a solid park, then it's money for them. I mean, I don't know why they don't focus more on it, because you'll lock in both that way.
Yep.
You know.
No, 100%. Yeah, because DCA really hasn't seen any type of love since the remodel, right? OG back in what was it, 2012?
Yeah, I mean, they have technically. We got like San Francisco and stuff, and like Pixar here, but like weak, right?
That's like putting lipstick on a pig. That was
it
wasn't.
See, Udi hasn't even seen that in the flesh yet.
No.
So,
you will.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get that going. What is this? I don't need a new land in Disneyland, but I just want Tomorrowland made awesome again.
But we're talking years down the road. They're going to keep kicking that piece of trash down the road for quite some time.
Yeah,
they already have.
Yeah. Dude, I'm so I'm so stoked for you to be going to Walt Disney World and checking all that
Oh,
stuff out, conductor.
oh my God.
I
I
want
cannot
to,
wait.
yeah,
I
yeah,
cannot wait. And I was talking to George the other night, and again, not to go off script here, but I was talking to George the other night,
yeah,
and the hopefully we'll see what happens if they've already sold Adam's house in Celebration, Florida or not. But if they haven't, um, George was talking about possibly me, him, and Tommy and his wife going to his house,
mm,
doing paying a little homage, and then walking around the town of Celebration on one of our off
yeah,
days when we're
yeah,
not on the
Mhm.
park. But that's something he wants to do, so I'm all for it. Um, but I will tell you this: when we were watching one of Adam the Woo's videos the other night with OG and oh my gosh,
Sam chat.
Sam Chat. I keep forgetting his name. It'll sink in. Um, we were watching a video. I kid you not. I don't, Mark, Udi. I don't know if you've seen it yet. You have to see this video. This video we did. All three of us. We watched this video of Adam. He literally went to Walt Disney World, rode a couple of attractions, and said, "Okay, now I'm jumping on a flight and at Orlando International. Flies all the way to California, straight flight." Lands at what was it, like 9 or 10 or I think it was like 9 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
goes to Disneyland, rides the monorail, gets a Starbucks, rides Thunder Mountain. What else did he do? Did he
what?
do Autopia?
And he did Autopia.
Yeah, and he did Autopia. And I told OG, I said, because he rode number 34 in the Autopia in Magic Kingdom, I said, my mission, and I told George this, I said, when we're at Magic Kingdom that day we're scheduled to be there, I said, I am going to try to talk to a cast member and see if I can get on car number 34.
You have to, bro.
And
You have to.
in his honor, I will do it.
You
I will-
have to, dude.
That's my mission.
Awesome.
But you don't see that creativity from anybody else. You can't tell me someone is that crazy like Adam, but a good crazy to sit there and go from the East Coast to West Coast and go to Walt Disney World and Disneyland in the same day. That's unheard of. But
Mhm.
that's awesome though. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
that was incredible to
Hey,
watch.
Hey, I think it was Steve Jobs who said it's the crazy ones who change the world.
It
Yeah.
is. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And I know OG, you went to Walt Disney World about 2 or 3 months before I did.
Yeah.
So I took my daughters there for a graduation gift. One of them graduated college, and we had it planned for a while. But when you went there, I kind of took your experience and I go, oh, okay, well, this is what OG said. Now I'm gonna took that to heart, and I sort of figured out, okay, well, what my own conclusions were. And I'm so, and I agree with most of everything you did. But I think theme park conductor is going to have such a great time there. And I'm so
Oh, yeah.
curious. I just think just like Disney Springs is going to change your idea of what a downtown Disney thing should be. Don't you
I
think?
can already see it. I can already see it. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna live every single minute while I'm down there. I am not wasting not one damn minute. I don't care if I have to get energy boost shots from Jamba Juice or something to stay up all day.
Yeah,
I am soaking it all in every minute of the day, and I am so excited for it. And I don't think I'm going to be disappointed, even though there's some attractions I would have liked to experience before they went down, like Rock and Roller Coaster featuring Aerosmith. You got Dinosaur and Animal Kingdom. I think there was a couple other attractions that are closing before we get there, but for what they have, it's going to be awesome. I cannot wait.
yeah,
It's going to be such a treat. And that's what we talked about, when we started tonight on this live stream, about what Adam kind of talked to everybody about when he was when he was around was, stop saying you're going to do something, go do it. And
absolutely.
I'm making my dream come true. I made it a plan. I'm executing it, and I cannot wait to be out there. And I already have stuff planned further than that. You know, me and George are going to go on the Disney Treasure in 2027. Hopefully it lines up with the Tropical Americas. That's going to be happening. And then I've been kind of, flown the idea with me and OG and maybe Bricky and his wife going to Disneyland Paris, maybe in 2030, 2031. So there are big plans in the horizon for both of us.
That's awesome.
In the near future, and I cannot wait.
That is so awesome. That's so awesome. Glad to hear that, man. And I want to come on your show before you go and after you go, or maybe I see how I'm inviting myself to be on your show. So I can hear your reaction, because I know you're going to love it. And everything OG said was correct. I mean, I think his order of parks is a little bit different than mine, but the general, sure. Yeah, but the general.
Well, I could tell you fellas that I'm because George is kind of like the trip planner. He's making movements and all that. But I told George, whether I'm at the park or at the hotel on one of our off days, I will be doing a lot of live streams, and I'll probably have you guys on, kind of do like, okay, I'm on the East Coast, so I'm trying to figure out the East Coast time. You guys are on the West Coast, so I'm like, But I will definitely be doing a lot of live streams, whether I'm at the park or at the hotel,
awesome.
Kind of talking about my experience. And I might do it, every 2 days, because that's how George has it planned out. We'll do two parks, 2 days, have a rest day, and so on and so on and so on. And if that's the case, then for sure I will be doing live streams from Orlando, and I will have you guys on for sure.
Now, conductor, when you're down there on the East Coast, you gotta promise me one. You gotta promise me one thing, bro.
Oh God, here we go.
You gotta promise me one thing. When on your cell phone.
Oh Lord.
When I call you, I expect this to be the ringtone.
Woke up looking for the.
Okay.
You guys send me the ringtone, and then I'll add it.
There we go. Show a little bit of your West Coast roots over there. On the East
hell
Coast.
Yeah! You kidding me? No, East Coast is going to kick me out of that. You know what I mean right now? Hey, I love this meme that Haunted Mermaid 13 came up with. Gelato and Conductor No Sleep. Actually, she started with Conductor No Sleep, and then it went to No Sleep, and then because George is like, I don't know, because the night before we're supposed to get on the plane to fly to Orlando, we're actually going to. I finally got a ticket. The special 2-day event of the Disneyland 70th celebration night. So I'm going March the 3rd, and then the 4th we're taking off to Orlando. And George is like, I'm not going to let you sleep that entire day, that entire night, not even the plane flight. You're not sleeping. I'm like, oh, great. So I'm going to feel like shit flying into Orlando. Thanks. I appreciate that.
Awesome.
You suck.
You suck. Are you guys planning to go to D23 this year? Or are you guys going to skip it?
So I told George I'm kind of up in the air, because I'm very hesitant to go and do D23, because I just don't think they'll have a lot to talk about that we don't already know. Yeah. I'd rather kind of invest in buying a D23 ticket for 2028. That's where I'm at with this.
Yeah, I mean, I might shoot for it, but I'm not going to stress out over it.
No.
If I don't get it. Like, I'm not going to do anything crazy. Maybe I'll just do I'm not going to go spend all kinds of money on floor seats like we did that. If I go, maybe I'll just go for the show floor and things like that. But yeah, I agree with you, conductor. I don't think they're going to announce anything major. But hey, you know what? Because we said this, it'll be even bigger than. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hey, who knows? We might have the bizarre guy or the Looney Tune sitting up in the second story of the Honda Center. What do you have? 40,000 people watching his live stream. He was the only guy that snuck a camera in there and was filming pretty much the whole D23, and that one got 40,000 people watching.
Yeah, I think it's a hero. Yeah.
I was one.
Oh, I was one too, so I'm guilty of it.
What's this? One thing before everyone leaves, I hope we get either a Moana or a Lilo and Stitch ride for Disneyland. It has to be a water ride.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get that. No, I mean, Moana is, well, and even Lilo and Stitch. I mean, Lilo and Stitch live action made $1 billion. It's crazy.
Oh yeah.
But like, those are monster franchises. So
Mhm.
I'm sure we're gonna get one or the other. But see, if you turned it into Disney Cinematic Adventure, you could put Moana in DCA.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank
You
you.
know?
Thank you. I love that idea.
I mean, to get wet. Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
That would be
That's it.
awesome. Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't be surprised if they divulge more details about the new rides. I'm just
Yeah.
assuming you're talking about D23.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
See,
Mhm.
that's why
Yeah.
I'm not eager, like OG says. I'm not eager to, stress over buying a ticket. If I get it, I get it. If I don't, I don't.
Yep, I agree, 100%. I mean, I never stressed over it anyway, really, to be honest. But especially this year of all years, I just feel like this is going to be kind of like an in between year, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll
Yeah.
see.
No, 100%. 100%. I'm trying to think. Well, let me ask you guys this, because I know a lot of people hate the magic bands for the Disneyland Resort because they just don't they don't have
There's
enough.
no need.
Yeah, there's no need right now. But eventually, with all the projects happening with Disneyland Forward, would you like to see more infrastructure go into those, like being able to? No, okay,
No.
No,
No,
I agree with you, Uday. I don't think it's necessary.
I don't think it's necessary. I mean, I always have that. I always have that like knee-jerk reaction. Like every park doesn't need to be the same, man.
that's
You
true.
need to have every little thing over there. It isn't like a McDonald's, man, where you know where you're going to get everyone, no matter where you are across the country or the
No, you're right.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Mhm.
I was just curious because they already invested so much money into it. It's like, why throw it away at this point?
Well, because it's Disney, and they're going to want to shove it down your throat. But hey, that's a whole other topic.
Oh, that's true. And
Do
that's
they
oh,
do
go
they
ahead.
still sell the magic bands with
Yeah,
at
they
this?
do.
How
They
much
do.
are those?
I think you could get one as low as, I think it was like $20 or $30, depending on what the design is. They price it by that,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
and the rarity, and obviously the price point, like on how much they sell, and so on. So, but I agree. If Disney has that mentality, sad to say, they invest stuff. They invest a bunch of money, a huge budget into something, and then they give up on it. And
Oh,
perfect
yeah.
example, the Galactic Star Cruiser in Walt Disney World.
Mhm.
Prime example of that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
this does not surprise me about magic bands.
No, and we just don't. We're just, I don't know. It doesn't really fit here with the culture that we have out
No.
here in California. It just,
That's the biggest
like,
part.
yeah, it's just different, you know. So
No,
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
yeah.
Not wrong.
But I do think that the limited edition theme park conductor magic band is worth the money, you know.
Oh hell yeah! Oh hell yeah!
I would
Hey.
absolutely buy that one for sure.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'd
hey,
rock
OG actually told me, he's like, what you should do, you should get one of those conductor hats, the Mickey conductor hat, and you need to
Oh,
wear it.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay,
I
I might have to buy one.
I think
might
you
have to
should.
buy one. Yeah, I might have
think
to
you
do
should.
it.
You got to get it, but you got to get it before you go to Florida.
oh,
That's
you
true.
gotta get it. I love using the magic band for the bride's heartbeat and the 70th interaction areas. Oh yeah, I've got a chance to do that this year, but I'll be there in a couple weeks. So
But see,
Mhm.
this is what pisses me off about some of the 70th stuff, because I kind of feel they kind of went a little harder with it, and they didn't. And with the Disney 100, the one thing I loved, and they got rid of it, and it pisses me off, is the fountains on either side of the Cinderella's castle.
oh yeah,
They
Yeah.
got rid of that, and that was such a kinetic energy, and it was so awesome to see during the day, during the night, and they got rid of it. They ripped out the units. Why? I don't know. It's like, you're
I
gonna
had no idea.
you're gonna tell me you couldn't keep that around, but you're willing to spend $1 billion in AI? Give
Oh yeah,
me a break. Come
Well,
on.
yeah, and not to get too
No.
far, it's not to go down the AI rabbit hole
No, I
too
know.
deep. But I will say this: that whole move with the AI thing is more about control, because Disney knows what's coming with this AI stuff, and they're
Oh, yeah.
investing in that company, so they have a say in what is being done.
Yeah, 100%.
You know,
Yep.
We'll see. But John here says, may Disney invite some of you guys on their content creator buses. Hey, I mean, that'd be cool. I'll be down.
Hey, that'd be
I'd
dope.
go.
Oh, at D23. Yeah,
At D23.
I'd go.
for sure, of course.
Yeah, but see,
Full
that's
steam ahead.
that's another thing that drives me nuts about D23, because they announced that they're getting rid of all the third-party vendors on the showroom floor.
Oh, they are.
That's what drives me nuts. So I'm like,
Oh, I want to see that.
yes, yeah,
Oh.
they're getting rid of them. So no more Tom Corliss from was it? I can't even say his acronym. OG, you know it.
WDWNT.
Thank you. Because I understand he had a booth. They do live streams from the booth. They had other booths.
Mice Chat had one with Dusty.
Yeah, they're getting rid of all that. So no booths. So it's like that's just another negative for me to say, no, I'm not buying a ticket.
Yeah, let's just change my mind a little bit on this now. Okay.
Yeah. So no third-party vendors. Why? I don't know. You know, it's only more revenue for Disney. Why the hell they? I don't understand it, because as far as I'm concerned, go ahead.
Well, no, I agree with you, Conductor. And then it did a lot to bring the community into the official Disney event.
Yes,
Like I feel like that's important. By shutting them out, I don't know. It just feels more corporate. I don't think it was a good idea.
No. And what is 7H John says? He says, I think that the company goes bankrupt. They are losing billions of dollars. I kind of feel like Google Gemini will win, and they are number one in search engine already. So I wonder
if talking about that AI company they're investing in, right?
Yeah, that OpenAI, I think it's called.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But still, it's just, I don't know, because people are kind of back and forth with it. I'm curious to see what it's going to do for the park aspect, because I don't really care about the studio aspect of AI at all. But I want to see, better infrastructure for the parks. If they want to spend that type of money on open AI or AI in general, I want to see better guest experience than what we see right now. And I'm not talking about robot cast members. I'm talking about something that makes things run a lot smoother. Okay. Yep. I still want to see real people. I don't want to see robots like the Jetsons. I don't want to see that crap.
Yeah. There you go. Conductor yelling, throwing arms in the air for what he wants at the park in the audience.
Oh, no. I'm not like that. I only say that on camera here. George is the one who would do that. And on top of that, he would chase Josh tomorrow down Main Street. That guy will do that stuff, not me. No. Nope. I see that happening. I'm like, yep, I'm walking the other way. I don't know that guy. Bye.
Right on. Well, hey, we're at over 2 hours right now. And this is a little bit longer than we normally go, but I've enjoyed it. And I'm down for doing this again.
Yep.
So yeah, whenever you guys want. But I want to say thank you to everyone in the chat that contributed to tonight's show. It means a lot to me and the LTP Lounge. And of course, I want to say thank you to Theme Park Conductor and Orange Grove 55 for spending their 2 hours of their evening with us. I know they got other things they could be doing, but they are here because they are so very generous with their time. And again, before we give your call to action stuff, I just want to say again, I'm very, very grateful for you two and all that you guys do. You bring a lot of entertainment to me, and on top of that, I think you guys are super nice people above and beyond all the Disneyland and Universal stuff. I would 100% hang out with you guys if we're at the park, or if we were closer, we'd go get a dinner sometimes or go get a drink or something like that. I would 100% be down for that.
No, 100%. Yeah, I'm down for it. Anytime you guys are down here, just hit me and Conductor up, and we'll be there. We'll have some drinks, nerd out about the parks. Would love to do it. But yeah, thank you for having us. This is a really fun time tonight. I had a really good time talking shop with you guys.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, please do, Gary. Check them out. They've got so many good topics that they talk about.
Yep.
We only go once a week on this, and these guys are going like 4 or 5 times a week at the least.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Like every day, pretty much.
Oh,
Yeah.
almost every day. And we have a new series on Orange Go 55 that we just started recently, and it's This Week in Disney. So definitely go check that out on Orange Go 55 as we review what's going on at the Disneyland Resort from sources like Hey Bricky, from David from Fresh Baked, and several others. So it's an awesome time because that's what I love about all four of us here. We nerd out about the theme park stuff. It's
Yeah.
we go hours on end, and it's
Yep.
just freaking amazing. That's why I
Yeah.
cannot wait until February when you two are out here and all four of us get together. Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and for us, I know we have OG55 and Theme Park Conductor seem to bring their own guests over, which is great. For those of you who we have not met before, and there's been quite a few, we are the Leaving Today podcast. We've been doing our audio podcast starting our year 10 in February. So episode 236 is up right now. And we've really started venturing into the YouTube aspect of it last year or earlier in 2025. And so this is our 31st attempt of doing this. So we don't have a whole lot of experience on this medium, but if you want to check us out, you can find us anywhere on Spotify, anywhere that podcasts are around. We're pretty active in our community. In fact, we've been doing Disneyland trivia nights at a local sandwich shop in town. The first Tuesday of every month, we've been doing that. And then we're also good friends with Stage 9 in Old Town Sacramento.
Mhm.
If you guys haven't been there yet, you've got to check out that phenomenal shop. They host Disney events with Disney artists, Disney authors. They just had Tony Baxter there not too long ago.
Oh,
and of
nice.
course, Marcy Carker Smothers is a personal friend of ours. She's written a few books. She's been there several times. So we get involved, and we're the official podcast of those guys. So, yeah. And again, I love talking to both of you guys. I consider you guys friends. I wish you guys were closer to Sacramento, or maybe we were closer to Anaheim because we would be hanging out and things like that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And then if you're interested in our shirts, we're on TeePublic at Leaving Today Podcast. So we've been doing that. Yeah. And OG, I got to get one of yours for sure. Do you guys, you guys have, you have some, right?
I do. Yeah. You can get it's on the YouTube store when you watch like right. Any video you watch, it pretty much shows up right underneath it. So.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for that. All right. Any other last comments here? Oh, OG has a show every day. Every day is not. Then it say every day is not enough.
No, it's not enough. And then I love if you go down, Mark, just a little bit. There's one from Kevin on the go 72. He says, at theme park conductor, Tom and some of the others are taking over one of the ballrooms at the Marriott next to the convention center for D23. I love that. Let's set it up with Tom. I'm totally down. Me and OG will have our own booth. But who knows? We could have a huge round table, kind of like what probably Disney has with their board members, and we just do a big live.
If you guys can do that and pull it off, let me know.
We're driving. We're going.
Udi and I will be down there for sure. Yeah.
100%.
I would love that so much. Yeah.
I'm gonna do my call to action. I want to thank you guys, Mark and Udi, and the one and only Orange Go 55. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you to everybody in the chat tonight. You guys are amazing. And the 2 super chats we got from Thrill Geek, our Hen Geek Village, and we got one from Kiki and Luca tonight. Thank you so much for supporting Theme Park Conductor. But you can find me on YouTube and Blue Sky at Theme Park Conductor, Instagram at theme_park_conductor. You can find me on X at Theme Conductor, TikTok at Theme Park Conductor 1, and every Sunday at 5 or 7 p.m. for Conductor Sunday live stream, where we talk everything from Disney to Universal. We speculate, we talk rumors. We have amazing guests like the one and only Orange Grove 55. And we have the LTP Lounge crew, Mark and Udi, on the channel. Can't wait to have them back on. And I want to wish everybody a happy new year. Can't wait to see you guys next year. I know that's a running joke. It's probably an old joke, but I'm saying it anyway.
Yeah.
But everyone have a wonderful New Year's Eve. Be safe. Be kind to one another. If you don't feel like driving, don't drive. Just party at home and watch the New York ball drop, because as from what I heard, people were already lining up 7 this morning, their time, to already start lining up. So they're gonna wait overnight for that, and then wait all day tomorrow for that. So they're nuts. I would never do that.
That's
No.
wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. But yeah, and you can thank you so much, Conductor, and thank you, Udi and Mark. You guys are amazing. Would love to come back on the show again.
Anytime.
I love talking shop with you guys. But you can find me right here on YouTube, Orange Grove 55, talking theme park, studio, and even the corporate stuff, all that good stuff, Hollywood, all that, right here on YouTube, Orange Grove 55. And you can also find me on Instagram, Orange Grove 55.
Yes, love it, love it. And dude, I'm so stoked that I found your street sign today.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
I love
Oh
it.
my gosh.
I
Yeah.
love it.
All right, Udi, where can people find out?
You can find me basically right here on the LTP Lounge. You also find me on our podcast, LTP Leaving Today podcast, and then you can find me on my Instagram, which is HAXGOALIE. That's where you can find me.
There it is.
And I want to echo that. Hey, I want to take a second to thank everybody who came in tonight. We had a lot of people, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the time spent, because I realize time is something you can never get back. So when you guys spend your precious time, this goes for you two guys as well. It's much appreciated, and I thank you very, very much. I want to thank everybody for, we're coming up on year 10 for the podcast. It blows my mind. I'll just take this time to say Happy New Year, everybody. Be safe, be good, and if you're going to have a few, I have a bottle right there.
Oh, yeah.
It's within arm reach. It's right there.
All right.
Tomorrow.
I can't even see it, but yeah.
Oh God. Hey, there
it
it
is.
Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go.
But that's tomorrow. But thanks a lot, guys, for coming and hanging out. Always a pleasure. Love chopping it up with you guys. It's awesome.
Yeah, and yeah, absolutely learn. I always learn, and I love it. So
yeah,
awesome. Check out everyone's show and have a great 2026. You'll see us on here next Wednesday between 6 and 7 Indy time. Until then, yeah. All right. We love you guys. Stay safe. We'll see you in the parks.
See?